Allah is about to change your whole life. Literally everything is about to shift for you in the most beautiful, intricate, mathematically precise way humanely possible. And the beautiful thing is, when it happens, you realize there's nothing humane about it, man. It's from Allah, from God, from the Lord of the worlds, you get me? And that's beautiful, man. And the only thing you have to do to actually unlock this, to actually make this your reality, is to continually live in a state of surrender, to persist in a state of surrender, regardless of your external circumstances. Even if it feels like your outside life, your external life is like World War III right now, it doesn't matter, it's irrelevant. I don't care, nobody cares. You definitely shouldn't care either. Yeah, I know that sounds crazy, but hear me out. When we get a cut on our finger, when we cut ourselves with a knife on our hand, on our finger, wherever, we don't just stare at the cut. We don't just look at it and be like, oh, well, when is this going to heal? Like, is this going to heal? We don't even concern ourselves over how the healing process occurs. And if we were actually to stare at it all day, it probably wouldn't even heal, because how could we actually notice that process occurring? We couldn't. We're not physically capable. It's the same thing with any difficult situations in your life, any problems in your life. If you continually feed them with your awareness, with your conscious, powerful attention from your heart and from your mind, then you're just continually feeding it to the point where it takes over you, it overwhelms you, and then you keep seeing it, you keep seeing more of it, and Allah keeps giving you more reasons to feel the way you feel internally. If you were to let go of it, if you were to just live in a state of surrender and realize that, Alhamdulillah, it's already done. I don't continually feed my awareness on this problem, and instead, I just ask Allah, Ya Allah, show me how good it can get. Show me how beautiful this life can get. Show me how much risk you can fill my life with. Show me the abundance that you can cover me with. You know what I'm saying? If you start saying that, and you start having your internal self-talk to be in a state where you have already achieved everything, because the truth is you already have achieved everything, man. It is with Allah, thus it is already done. And thinking any less of Allah is not giving him the value he is due, not serving him with the true magnitude that he is worth. You know what I'm saying? And the beautiful thing is, as soon as you shift your internal state to one of just actual raw abundance and no more doubt, no more operating from a state of lack, and start operating from the fact that everything you want is already complete because you've asked God for it, you've asked Allah for it, then everything shifts for you. Because realize that your internal state is a mirror. However you feel inside is exactly what will occur on the outside. If you are constantly feeling feelings of depression, of lack, of anxiety, of worry, of concern, of just bugging out, like tripping, like what the flip is my life? What is going on? Why is everything going so wrong for me? Why me? Why me? Why is this happening? Then Allah will give you more reasons to feel like that. He will put more situations and more events in your life to make you to mimic what you feel like internally, you get me? Even in the Holy Quran it states, be grateful and I will increase you. The same thing goes for depression, the same thing goes for sadness, the same thing goes for concern. If you continually operate from those lowly states, then more of that will become manifest in your outer life, in your current life that you're living, you know what I'm saying? But the beautiful thing is, when you undo that, when you unravel all of that conditioning that this dunya has placed upon you, all of that conditioning that your ego has given you, then that's when life becomes beautiful. That's when you start saying, Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, I'm so grateful, I don't care what's going on, I take all my awareness of all that nonsense. Then it cannot survive anymore, because your heart is on Allah, your mind is with Allah, you know what I'm saying? You actually become a physical representation of Abdullah. That's what slave of Allah even means. It doesn't mean that you make your heart a slave to Allah, because your heart is already with Allah, bro. Your heart is already with Allah. Your mind has to be a slave to Allah. Otherwise your mind will become an enemy of yourself. You get me? And you know that this is true. I know your soul resonates with these words, because I just know it does, bro. I just know it does, because as soon as you start listening to the mind and you start actually acting on things that the mind is constantly thinking about, then you fall into nonsense, bro. You fall into negative thoughts. You fall into evil doings. You fall into just a bunch of rubbish that just harms you. You get me? Because remember, the ego and the mind only wants physical safety. It is not concerned about success. It is not concerned about living a happy life. It is not concerned about peace. It just wants to be where it is because it knows I have water, I have food, I'm good. That's it. That's all I need. It just wants to physiologically survive. But your heart wants so much more, man. Your heart wants so much more. Your heart wants to live a peaceful, abundant life. And if I asked you, man to man, man to sister, whatever, do you want to live a happy life? You would abundantly say yes. You would unequivocally say, Alhamdulillah, Subhanallah, you say, yes, I want to live a beautiful life. You know what I'm saying? But your mind and your actions are not indicating that, because your internal state is still one of lack. It's still one of stress. It's still one of concern, of doubt. But yeah, man, as soon as you shift your internal state to one of abundance and start being grateful for no flipping reason, no reason, man. You don't even have to tell yourself situations that need to occur for you to be in that state. Because think about it, you want success, you want wealth, you want happiness, you want a beautiful spouse, you want marriage, you want all of these things, right? Realize all you have to do is realize you actually already have them. You already have them. They're already with Allah. It's already done. What state would you be in if you had them? You would feel secure, you would feel at peace, you would feel joyous, you would feel comfortable, you'd feel happy, you'd feel successful, you'd feel prosperous, you'd feel blissful, you'd feel at calm, you'd feel compassionate, you'd feel merciful, you would feel all of those things. The beautiful thing is, even if nothing on your external reality indicates that you are allowed to feel those things, if you just bring yourself to that feeling, not forcefully, but gently, relax yourself, do some visualization, pray, read Holy Quran, whatever works for you, man, whatever works for you. As long as it brings you to that state, and then you persist in that state, you remain in that state, regardless of what's going on around you, bro, sister, that is when your life flips, man, flips on its heels, bro. There's a complete 180, bro. Literally everything changes, because if your internal state is a mirror, how you feel on the inside is what will reflect on the outside. If you start feeling abundant, if you start feeling happy, if you start feeling joyous, what do you think is going to happen on the outside? It will start to show joy. It will start to show success. It won't even make logical sense, because remember, we are not believers of logic. We are believers in the unseen. We have full faith in the unseen. We believe in Allah. You can't see Allah, but you can feel Allah. You know what I'm saying? You can feel Allah. You can experience Allah. And that is the truth, man. That's haqq. That's the truth. And when you bring all your awareness back to al-haqq, the truth, the only truth, God is the only truth. When you continually think of Allah instead of thinking of negative things, when you start bringing your awareness to as-salam, to ar-Rahman, to al-Basit, ar-Razzaq, and you continually persist in that state, no matter what is going on the outside, that is when the outside forcibly shifts. It has to shift, because your assumption on the world is something completely different now. You no longer think of the world as a place that's torturing you and is bullying you and is making it hard for you. You instead think of the world as subhanallah, alhamdulillah for waking up. I'm so grateful that I get to go downstairs and eat food. I'm so grateful I get to walk up the stairs. I'm so grateful I get to wash my hands in the bathroom. I'm so grateful that I get to drink this water. You know what I'm saying? Alhamdulillah. But yeah, man, as soon as you continually persist in that state, your external reality will literally reflect that, man. So this is your sign to just bring your heart back to Allah, because realize it's with Allah, everything you want is already with Allah. It's already done, bro. Hold your hands up and say, Alhamdulillah, I'm good. I surrender. I relax. I wave the white flipping flag, bro. I'm good. I surrender to God. And bro, if you surrender to God, do you really think anything bad's gonna happen, man? You might be at a low in your life right now, so what's the harm in this, bro? How is this gonna hurt you in any way? You know what I'm saying? You might as well just go for it, bro. Go all in. Don't do no half-hearted nonsense. Just go all in. Say, subhanallah, ya Allah, I'm here, I surrender. I don't know what the flip is going on in my life, and I don't even care. I don't put awareness on it. My heart is on you. Ya Allah, my heart is on you, and I'm done. I'm happy, I'm content, I'm comfortable, I'm good, I'm at peace, I don't care. That's it. Boom. And then watch everything shift, bro. When you're in that state of surrender, everything shifts, man. Because it's like you finally give control over. You finally lift the weights off your shoulders, and you're like, alhamdulillah, I'm done. This is what Islam is trying to teach us, man. This whole time, that's what submission is. That's what surrender is. That is what Allah is, man. Lock the flip in, man. Lock the flip in. Inshallah. Yeah, man. Subscribe for more. I'm on TikTok as well. Rahib Guide, same as my YouTube. Subscribe, all of that. Follow, inshallah. First video on here, man. So yeah, man. Ameen.